Okay, you gotta check this out. We're at the Pete Nance Boys and Girls Club. We're getting ready to bring the fire. It's gonna be a great time. Probably got about 120, 150 kids in there. We're just gonna inspire them. Gonna talk about some success tips, things that help these young people realize that the choices, decisions they make will impact their life forever. So someone's gotta bring it to them. So guess what? I'm finna bring it to them. So it's gonna be a great time. So stay tuned and check this out. Try that again. How you guys doing? Alright, you guys probably don't have any idea what we're going to talk about today, do you? Some cars? No, we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you, first of all, I just want to take the opportunity and just thank Boys and Girls Club for allowing me to come and just share with you guys. Here's what I want you to do. Check this out now. Let me see your lights. Check this out. I want to go through some information with you today. Okay, I'm going to play some things where you can see some things, and I'm also going to play something where you can hear something. But listen to me. If you pay attention, what we're going to talk about today is how do you become successful in life? Is that something everybody wants to learn how to do? Yeah. Right? You want to learn how to become successful. That's why you go to school. That's why you do what you do, so you can eventually get a good job and become successful, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some things on how to do it. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, what you need to be focused on to help you as you get older. Okay, so it's very, very important that you're going to have an opportunity. I'm going to share some things with you that I promise you have never heard before. And there'll be some things that you have heard. So we got some young ones in the front, but what grade do we have here? 5th grade, 6th grade? 4th, 5th, 6th? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Can I get a show of hands? Y'all pay attention the best you can? Show of hands? Okay, so we're gonna talk about being successful. So I hope you want to be successful, but let me tell you what happens sometimes in life. What happens sometimes in life is you're young, like when I was young, we don't know what success looks like. We don't know what it takes to be successful, maybe because of our surroundings or where we grew up. Okay, so what you'll soon learn as you get older, that the only person that can take responsibility for your life is you. Only you. You make the choices. You make the decisions to do so. So we're going to talk about that stuff today, and we're going to talk about the keys to your success. Basically, your environment. How your environment plays a part of your success. The environment you live in right now, like the environment at your house. We're going to talk about some of the environments that you're in at school. We're going to talk about how this plays a part of your success. We're also going to talk about some of the whining. You know, as we get older, sometimes we like to whine sometimes and complain about all the things. We want to talk about that because that's going to contribute to whether you're successful or not. The other thing we're going to talk about is being a game changer. Okay, and how do you become a game changer in school right now? We want to address that. We also want to talk about planting your vision. Okay, when I say vision, and you think about vision, you think about your eyesight. So we're going to talk about what vision is as far as something that you can see, not necessarily with your eyes, but with your mind. And we're also going to talk about really the number one key to success is you got to do the work. When you're in school, you got to do the work. There's nobody else that can do your push-ups for you. You're the only person, and effort is between you and you. There's nobody else that can do that. So we're going to talk about how that contributes. So before we get started, we're going to talk about needing a volunteer. Here's somebody in the 4th grade. Come on up. Somebody in the 4th grade. Come on, I need a volunteer. Who's in 4th grade? You're in 4th grade? You're in 4th grade? You are? What's your name? Demarcus? Okay, we're going to do a simple listening test. You listen pretty good? No. You think so? Alright, we're going to do a listening test. Now here's why it's important to listen. Because sometimes you can be present, but you're not in the moment. And so we want to make sure that we got these next 2 minutes together that we're actually listening to what's going on. So we're going to see how well you listen. Ready? I'm going to say a word, and you're going to say the word back. And if I say spell the word, right, here we go. The word is silk. The word is silk. Tell me what the word is. Hold on. What's the word? Okay, hold on a second. Now listen. When you're in front of people, okay, as you get older, okay, the only reason why you speak is to be heard. So you want to stand upright and you want to ask some comments. So when I ask you a question, you give the answer with comments. Ready? What's the word? All right, I want to hear you go loud. Okay, how do you spell silk? And we're going to go together. It is S-I-L-K. Silk. All right, so spell the word. S-I-L-K. What's the word? The word is silk. How do you spell silk? S-I-L-K. The word is silk. And how do you, what's the word again? What do cows drink? Okay, milk. So that's a good example of being here, but not in the moment listening, right? Because cows give milk, but they drink water. Right? You see how that? Hold on now. Here's what we're going to do. So it's important to listen, but here's what we're going to do for you. Because you are willing to leave the game. Hold on. Because everybody else, listen here. Check this out, y'all. Sometimes you're going to be asked to be a volunteer in life. And you know what happens? Instead of getting involved and getting in the game, you'll sit on the sidelines because you're nervous. You're scared. You don't want somebody to make fun of you. So sometimes if you sit on the sidelines of life, it can cost you. In this scenario, it costs you $10. So we're going to give you $10 to get in the game. Y'all give him a hand. Give him a hand. All right, check this out. All right, listen to me. Y'all ready? Listen, here's the first piece of information. I want y'all to listen to this. You ready?
I'm not sleeping now. The dark is too hard to beat, and
You gonna get up, you gonna get dressed, you gonna get out, and you gonna do what you've been called to do. I'm telling you, when you going through pain, I know what you're feeling. I know exactly, because I've been there, I've done that, but you gotta work through it. And if you work through your pain, on the other side is a reward. Listen to me, your pain ain't permanent. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You bigger than your pain. You better than that. You gonna be what you call me. You gonna have, and you gonna prove to everybody that tried to break you. You gonna prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you. Everybody that tried to kill your dream. You gonna prove all of them wrong. I didn't get to where I wanted to be. I'm finally where I wanted to be. But I had to go through some pain to get there. I used the pain to push me to greatness. I used the pain to push me to greatness. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in.
I'm not sleeping now. The dark is too hard to beat, and I'm not keeping now the strength I need to push.
Pain is temporary. I didn't get here. I didn't get to where I am today. I didn't get here because, I'm just deep or because just good things happen to me. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. There was a time in my life, right, and I stayed in my room. I was listening to my music. I prayed like I never prayed before. I spent more time with God. I had pain going through. I felt sabotaged. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There were some people who I felt they were out to get me. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They wanted me gone. You talk about haters. Haters. And I went through this for a whole year. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm talking about sabotage. I'm talking about pain. I used the pain to push me to greatness. I used the pain to push me to greatness. But I realized when I look back at it all, what God was telling me is, you stuck on good, son.
Not sleeping now. The dark is too hard to beat, and I'm not keeping now the strength I need to push me.
Pain is not permanent.
Okay, now I know a lot of you guys are a little young and may not be catching on to what I'm saying. here through that little audio clip. But some of you older ones may know what I'm talking about. We're talking about pain. So when you think about pain, you think to yourself, what pain do I have? Well, let me share with you, one of the things that will propel you to success is to learn to deal with the pain of life. I was born in Miami, Florida, and growing up in Miami, Florida, I was adopted when I was a young kid. And my father wasn't always there. My dad was a workaholic, he wasn't there. He was a little aggressive. You know, when it came to discipline, he was tough. I mean, he was real tough. So, when I was growing up, I had that pain. That was my environment growing up. That was what I dealt with. Some of you, maybe not some in the room, but some maybe in the room may have some environments at the house that you think is holding you back, or maybe you're concerned or you're confused. But here's the deal. Here's what I want to share with you. Okay? You need to use the pain to push you where you want to go. Okay, one of the keys to success is to learn how to deal with your pain. You can't use your home environment as an excuse. Some of you have one parent. Some of you had grandma raising you. Okay, that's the environment, that's the cards that God dealt to you and your family. But let me share something with you. The Lord doesn't make any mistakes. Everything that He has in your life is for a purpose. Everything. And you need to learn to use that pain, because some of you have some dreams and some goals. Some of you in this room, in your mind, you think that I'm going to be a doctor one day. Some of you like to play ball. Some of you like hip-hop. Some of you like to do some things as it relates to music, dance, and you've got some dreams. And what's going to happen is as you get older, people are going to start telling you can't do that. How are you going to do that? It never happened. You're never going to be able to make it. That may be the environment that you're in. Some of your buddies may tell you there ain't no way you can do that. They make fun of your dreams. So by the time you get 12, 13, 14 years old, you don't even believe it anymore because of how you dealt with that environment. So I can tell you from experience, my own personal experience, I was in that environment. I left my house in Miami when I was 18 years old, and I never went home since. I never went back home. Now, I own a car dealership. How does that happen? Well, a couple of things. First off, is the Lord blessed me. I had a lot of faith. I was very fortunate. But also, I didn't let my environment dictate how my life was going to turn out. You don't have to let your environment dictate how your life is going to turn out. Now, unless I'm wrong, and everybody in the room here has a perfect environment at home, you're going to be straight. You're all right. But chances are pretty good. In a room filled with 50 or 60 kids, some of you have some challenges at the house. Yes or no? You got to get some challenges, right? So I hope you really understand what I'm trying to tell you. Come to the Boys and Girls Club when they're telling you to do your homework. Do your homework. Okay, part of the other thing in your environment is, you know, understanding that, you know, one of the mottos that I teach my kids, and I've got an 11-year-old and I got an 8-year-old. And our family motto is no whining, no complaining, and no excuses. No whining, no complaining, no excuses. So I'm telling you the same thing. I'm asking every one of you, don't make any excuse because you don't understand the circumstance that you may be in right now. Okay? That's between you and you, because the reality is when you get home, none of your friends are with you. You're by yourself. When you get older, ain't nobody gonna be with you. It's gonna be you and you. So if you don't get a hold of this now, when you get 17, 18, 19 years old, any dreams you may have, you may want to give it up on. And I'm here to encourage you that you don't want to do that. Okay? Again, God made you perfect. He made you absolutely perfect. Everywhere you look, everywhere you act, everything about you is perfect. And the faster you understand that, the faster you can become successful in life. I'm going to tell you, in Galatians 6:5, and I like to go to the Bible. Again, I'm an amateur when it comes to the Bible. But I want to share something with you that I think is important. Here's what the Bible says about your environment, okay? Taking responsibility. It says, make a careful exploration of who you are. So think about it. Who are you? Are you somebody that somebody told you who you are? Or do you know who you are? You know who you are, right? Right. You're somebody that's special. Don't let anybody tell you you're something that you're not. It goes on to say, in the word that you have been given, and then let it sink yourself into that. Don't be impressed with yourself. Don't compare yourself with others. You're not in a race to compare yourself with others. You're comparing yourself to you. It goes on to say, each of you must take personal responsibility home, don't want to go home, don't like being home, don't like going to school. Okay? That comes from somewhere. What I'm sharing with you right now, we need to take advantage of that and realize that it's all for your own good. The second thing I want to tell you about being successful is you got to plan your vision. Your vision. Now, you go to the doctor, and the doctor, you go to an eye doctor, he looks at your eyes, he's trying to help you do what better? See, right? So when I say you got to see your vision, how does that make sense if vision means see? Am I saying you got to see? Say it again? It's all the same thing, right? But you got to see your vision. So here's what I'm telling you. Is that it relates to being successful. You got to see in your mind what's already done before it actually happened. Let me say that again. You got to see in your mind what has already happened before it's happened. Okay? You got to create that vision for yourself. All right? Listen to this. Let me tell you, here's an example of vision. If I hold a bag, and on the outside of the bag, I'm holding this bag and it says apple. There's a bunch of seeds in that bag. What would you tell me that bag represents? The apple seeds, right? Well, that's what most people would say. But somebody with vision, they don't see apple trees. They don't see apple seeds. They see apple trees. You guys see the difference? They already see it. If two guys are laying bricks, they're laying bricks down there. You go up to one guy and you say, "Hey man, what are you doing?" One guy says, "Well, I'm laying bricks." I go to the other guy and say, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He said, "Man, I'm building a cathedral." Do you see the difference in how they respond? See, one person sees something different than the other person doesn't see. Again, this is something that you got to develop. See, you can see something for yourself that you really, really want in life. But unless you own it, unless you take personal responsibility, unless you know that it can happen and see that vision, okay, it's going to be hard to make it happen. Think about something. Look up here. Somebody had to see an airplane. Y'all heard the Wright brothers, right? Somebody had to see that you could fly in a plane. Now think about this. You know some of those people thought those two guys were crazy. They said, how in the world are you going to have something fly in the air? You would have lost your mind. But people that succeed see things that others can't see. You think about Noah. You know the story of Noah in the ark, right? How many people thought he was crazy building this big boat and there ain't no water? They thought he was nuts, right? So check this out. When you have a vision, people don't think you're nuts. Let me say that again. When you have a vision, people don't think you're nuts. All right? So it's important for you to create that vision. Somebody had to create Disney World. It didn't just appear. Somebody had the idea of amusement parks. Right? Think about your phone. We got phones nowadays. Now they got the internet, Facebook. But 15 years ago, the phone was used to do one thing. That was make a phone call. But now somebody had to see, you know what? On my phone, I'll be able to get email, Facebook, play games. Somebody had to see that. Do you think they thought they were crazy when they said, man, a phone is for making calls? You can't have a phone that checks email. Remember what I'm telling you. Remember what I'm telling you. If you got a vision, people are going to think you're crazy. Does anybody think you by show of hands want something really big in life? You got big dreams? Okay. So here's what I'm telling you. You got to hold on to that dream because you know what's going to happen? Everybody, as you get older, will try to take that dream away from you. Everybody. They're not going to want you to do it. They're not going to want you to do it. They're going to say you can't do it. Okay? So very important to be successful. You got to plan your vision. It's your responsibility to do that. Ain't nobody else's. All right, let's talk about the third thing about being successful. The third thing about being successful is you got to be a game changer. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all listen to me now. How many people does it take to change a game? If you take one. If you take one. The Miami Heat get LeBron James and all of a sudden they win the championship, right? One person. One person. So my question to you is, why not you? Why not now? There's no excuses, no lying, no complaining, no excuses. So you don't want to tell yourself all those things that don't contribute to what you want. Y'all can be a game changer right now in school. Other people don't want to do the homework. Other people cheat. Not you. Okay? That's part of being successful. You look at Oprah Winfrey. Let me tell y'all something right quick. God gave everybody in this room, along with LeBron James and Oprah Winfrey, the same thing. You know what he gave all of us? He gave every single one of us 24 hours in a day. We all got it. 86,000 seconds that we can use however we want to use it. The difference between Oprah Winfrey and LeBron James is how they use their time. So, how much time do you spend playing games? How much time do you spend on Facebook? These are things that I agree they may be fun, okay, but those are things that are going to contribute to your success. Okay? To be successful, you got to do some things that most people won't do. If you have a vision, people are going to think you're crazy. Okay? So again, very, very important. And again, what I say to you is, why not you and why not now? Be a game changer. All right, the next thing, number 4, we got 5, so I got 2 more. The next thing is you got to stop whining, guys. Now, some of you may say, listen, I don't whine. Listen to me. Listen to me. Y'all, listen to me now. You don't need to whine, okay? When you got problems in life, everyone here is in a big hurry to grow up. Trust me, when you grow up, there are going to be way bigger problems than what you have right now. I promise. And when you whine and complain about your problems, 80% don't care, and the other 20% glad it ain't them. Okay? So it does you no good to whine or complain. And to be successful, you gotta catch yourself. Every time you start to complain or whine about something, catch yourself. Because whining and complaining don't contribute to your growth. Let me go back to what the Bible says. Listen here. Sowing and reaping. This is really big. Y'all gotta do this, you gotta do it now. Check this out. Remember that a stingy planter gets a stingy crop. So if you plant little, you're going to get little. It goes on to say a lavish planter gets a lavish crop. I want each of you to take plenty of time to think it over and make up your own mind as to how much you will give. God loves when the giver delights in giving. So what does that mean? I'm talking about a planter. I'm talking about sowing and reaping. Let me tell you something. I have some employees, check this out. I've got some employees that think they clock in late and get paid for 40 hours. You're supposed to get an hour break for lunch, and they may take 2 hours. If they talk to the buddies at the dealership, and they may say, oh man, I'm getting over. I'm getting paid for the same 40 hours, but I'm only working 36. I'm only working 30 hours, but I'm still getting paid for 40. What that person doesn't realize is that plant, what he's planting, the crop that he's going to receive is coming back. So I ask you this question. You got to take a look at what you're giving in your life. You got to take a look at what you're contributing. You got to take a look at how hard, what kind of effort you guys are putting in every day. Because if you're not giving much effort, you're not going to get much back. Are y'all trying? Y'all listen to what I'm saying? If you're not giving, you're not getting. See, most people want to take. They want to give, they don't want to give. To be successful, you got to give more than you get. And when you give more than you get back tenfold. Okay? So this last video, I want you to listen now. It's got a lot of football stuff in here, but listen, some of y'all were talking, but listen, pay attention. I want y'all to see this last video, because we're almost done. Okay? We're talking about being successful. This is one of the biggest things about being successful right here. It ain't no secret.
I'm a natural born leader. Just by looking in a man's eyes and say, look, I'm not telling you something for my benefit. I'm telling you something for the benefit of us. I say, now I need every man to believe that in their hearts.
We got to communicate and think mentally. Everybody got to know that there's somebody beside you that's depending on you. All right, it's up to us to go out and win this game.
And I don't care what goes on in this season, don't you ever turn your back on one another.
Follow my leader, come on.
Ever.
We got each other. Yes, we don't need nobody else.
If I got your back, you got my back. If I go to war, we go to war together. We're trying to be the greatest of all time, bottom line. And if that's what they put before us, let's go get it. Now, even people that don't like me got to watch me.
Somebody said you have to hate losing more than you love winning.
When you lose and you feel like you've done every single thing that you could have did to, you know, succeed in this game or this particular play, and it doesn't happen, it affects me this amount, you know. And then you look at somebody else, you look across the room or you look across the bench and you see somebody else and they messed up and it's like, oh man, we get it the next play. Are you serious? You know, how many times is it going to be, man, we get it next time, we get it next time. Next time, you're going to look up and it's going to be the last play of the game.
I hate losing. It's like, it's just painful. I can't sleep. I'm sick to my stomach. You know, if I lose at a game of chess online, it's just, you know, it's just like excruciating for me.
I never scrap up my helmet to go lose. Yeah? And honestly, it's a vision, man. It's a vision. And that's the thing. Get everybody seeing that same vision. And if you do, that's rough. That's rough beating men who see something.
No quarterback's doing this.
You know, these guys, what we ask them to go through on a daily basis, winter, spring, summer, fall, on a daily basis, if you don't know them personally, I don't know how you get a man to work for you as hard as you want him to work for you.
You wake up in the morning, there's 24 hours in a day after you finish sleeping, right? You might need 5, you might need 6, you might need 7, you might need 8. I don't know, that's your business. But listen to what I'm telling you. After you have finished sleeping, after you finish eating, and if you just that immature and you need to get your play on every day, you need to play video games, I don't know, you need to play cards, I don't know what you need to do.
I don't believe in luck. I don't believe that the stars are aligned in a particular way, so that's why you threw that particular touchdown. That's why, you know, you made that particular person miss. It's all about preparation. If you don't prepare the right way for a particular game, it's going to show. You're going to get exposed, especially in this league.
Whatever you need to do after you finish exercising, I'm telling you, just spend the rest of that time in action, and you're going to separate yourself from everybody. Why? Because most people, all they doing is talk, 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 talk. That's all they doing is talk, 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 talk. And they getting pumped up, and they getting excited from talking. So I'm saying get out of neutral and get it into drive. Don't let your words guide you. Let your actions guide you. Are you hearing me?
It is what it is. The formula is out here.
Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it. And get up and do something about it. That A, baby, that action, that grinding, that waking up and grinding.
This is where it happens. This is where the magic happens. It's all about my feet. They don't pay me from the game, baby. They pay me from the feet.
You never get to a place where you chilling. You never get to a place in your life where you accomplish something and you feel like you accomplished it and now you straight. What if I fail? I'm scared, E, I want to do it. I'm gifted. I'm talented. I know I can write that song. I know I can produce that album. I know I can do that CD. I know I can write a book. I know I can get that degree, but I'm scared. Listen to me very closely. You got this the fight of your life, baby. Are you hearing me? This the fight of your life. It's the fight of your life. And listen to me. If you're going to win the fight of your life, you can't be afraid to fight. I don't know how much money Gandhi made, but I know he changed the world. What's your why? He got a why. He ain't just playing for no championship. He not. You got to hear what I'm telling you. If y'all going to be great on that field, you got to have a why. You got to have a reason for why you do what you do. All he keeps thinking about is, I'm going to get one from my coach. That's why he ain't all smiling, because why? He's not smiling because what he's trying to accomplish, he has not what? He ain't got it yet.
And kind of break it down as you go.
The days before the game, you have to dream about that. You have to think about that. You know, like I joke around all the time. You know, even when you're with girls, you know, you have to think about making those big time plays.
You ain't gonna see that boy smile until he get the championship, and when he get it, he gonna hold up. The problem with some of y'all, the reason why you don't give 120% every doggone time you get on the field, because you ain't got a why for what you do. You ain't got a why, because I'm looking in your eyes, and I see some of y'all, and you ain't serious. And you think you about to go out there with the Ray Lewises of the world? Negro, please, when Ray come out, you see the passion. Every game, you see the energy. He come out every game like, y'all follow me. Follow my lead, baby, and we're going to win this thing.
Fought through it, you've maintained your focus throughout. How would you describe your own journey from Blinn when you left there to get here?
You know, it's just a God thing. You know, I thank God every single day. You know, I'm just his instrument, and he's using me on a consistent basis daily. You know, I just want to, you know, he's using me to extend his word. And I'm a prime example of how God can turn something that was bad into something that was very great.
I may never speak to y'all ever again in my life. Y'all may never see me ever again. But what I'm sharing with you means so much to me that I took the time to share it with you. When we talk about go to work, key number 5 is successful, go to work. People talk about it. People say they want good things, they want great things, but nobody's going to work for them. You need to understand something right now. Nobody in this room is entitled to anything in life. Hard work is the only way you're going to get there. You know what? When you work hard and it's still tough, the next step you got to go to is the heart. You got to go get deep to the heart. I don't care if you're playing sports, write music, I don't care what it is, but each and every one of you got something you can do that's special. Every single one of you. So I hope what I'm sharing with you today, you guys are cool with what I'm saying, and I realize that you may not catch everything, because we're covering a lot of stuff. But those that understood what I say, you'll be able to tell by the way your actions are. You'll start thinking a little differently. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you want to become something great, when you want to become something great, all you have to do is make a choice. Make a decision. And let me tell you one final thing about decision. If you look at the root word of decision, indecision means to cut into, excision means to cut out, and decision means to cut off. When you decide to be great, you're cutting off all of the possibilities. Y'all try it? When you decide to be great, when you make a choice, when your mama, your daddy, your grandma, everybody else ain't there, and you're there by yourself, and you make the decision to decide to be great, as soon as you make that choice, you cut off all of the possibilities. So the last thing I want to say to you is simply this. If I held up this $20 bill, hold on now, y'all listen to what I'm saying. It's very important. If I held this $20 bill up and I said, who wants this money? Who does anyone? Okay. Oh, I got you. So now check this out. Check this out. Why would you want this $20 bill? There's got value, right? There's some value in this 20. So let me ask you this question. What if I took this 20? Crumble it. Hold on, let me rip this thing a little bit. I'm ripping it all 4 corners. I'm tearing this thing up. I'm gonna rip it, and I'm gonna. All right, let me get you some. Y'all sit down. Now, when I first broke this thing out, it was crisp, it was nice. Now that I ripped it, stepped on it, and tore it up, who's still warm? Check this out. Listen to me. When y'all go through life and you get stepped on, ripped up, torn up, and people talk bad about you, betray you, treat you bad, always remember, you still have value. Okay?